Hello everyone, welcome back to our training. I hope we have been learning something good, something great so far. All right, without wasting much of our time, let's jump into something very important. So what we are going to be doing in this video is the importance of color. Okay, so as I told you guys before, that colors have emotions. They speak words. Any color you see out there has what it represents. Okay, it's not just about using color. It's not about that. You can't just wake up one day and start using any particular color on just any project. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, colors has what they represent. They have emotions, okay, attached to them. All right, so and I believe we have done so much about the color theory and the rest of it. So we can actually always go back to the teaching to learn and to understand better, and also learn ahead of what we've taught us. Okay, and I'll also be sending out some materials on colors and other things, some materials on graphic design and everything about design and branding, so we can read up and understand better. Okay, and another thing again, one important thing again you have to understand about becoming a great designer. Yes, the books are okay, the books are just the theoretical aspect of it. They help you to understand what it is, but for you to understand what graphic design is all about, you have to look at the practical aspect, the reality, life itself, what is happening in life itself. Do you understand? So look at companies, look at the logos, their brand. Like for example now, those of us in Nigeria or anywhere, if you go to UBA Bank, you see that their color is always red and white. They don't use any other color except red and white. And if you go to other companies and other brands too, that is the same. There's a purpose for it. So that red and white is just trying to show what their color represents. All right. And if you look at color like red represents several colors, several things. Do you understand? But then it depends on the brand. So two different brands or three different brands can use color red, but then they are explaining or telling us different meanings behind the why they use the red color. Okay, for example, coca-cola brand color is red, and if you ask them, they will tell you that why they are using red color is because of they believe in power, they believe in passion. Do you understand? So that is, so red can actually represent danger and the rest of that. But that's why you have to research and know, understand the psychology, understand the emotions behind every color, and you use the emotions behind each color to compare the brand, what the brand stands for. Do you understand what the brand stands for? What exactly does the client wants his or her brand to represent out there? What emotions do they want to push out there? Do you understand? So for example, if you want to do any color that has to do with youth, about young people, youth, yellow, orange is one of the best color to use. Do you understand? Each of these things has the emotions. Okay, so we are going to be going through it. I just want to lay a foundation, but we are going to be going through it so you can have a better understanding. Okay, so let's move on. So the importance of color colors can dictate the perception and suitability of the logo. That is the truth. What colors are suitable for my logo? That's what you have to ask whenever you are designing anything. You have to ask. Sometimes if you are designing logo, you can ask the clients if they have any favorite color. Some of them will say yes, and they will tell you use blue, black and red, and all of those things. But then as a designer, you are a problem solver. You shouldn't use anything your clients told you. You shouldn't do that. You should ask. You should, after you have asked them, then you do your research. By then, once you are done with your research, you cannot tell the client, wow, this color you choose is not good for this brand, is not okay, it will spoil the brand, and you give them reasons, because some of them don't understand. So that's why they hired you, to do their job for them. So you give them good reasons why they shouldn't use it. Some of them will not agree with you, but you have to try as much as possible to give them good reasons for them to believe. Okay, and if possible, use other brands out there, the other companies they know or they can see, and use the same reasons for them to understand. Because you won't just because of your client asks you to use this particular thing, you not use anything to for your design. No, you're actually killing you're actually destroying your own brand. Because if you do like that and the person starts using the brand, they will ask who did this job. And by the time they ask who did this job, and they say you are the one that did the job, trust me, you have already started killing your image in the industry already. But when you do a good job, trust me, people are going to see it out there and people are going to like it. And that is one way people get referred. Do you understand? So let's pay attention. This thing is not magic, okay? It's something you calm down, you learn, and you practice it. Do you understand? Good. So use your research, your competitor, to understand. It's not forget what I told you guys about other brands that are into what the same thing you are doing. You have to research on them and research on the colors they use, and try to understand the emotions behind that color, and then you can now do something different. Consider color connotations, okay, and the rest. The undertones, it's image imaginary association with a color starting with red. So let's start identifying and explaining the emotions behind this color. So red is number one. Red represent power, red represent love, red represent passion, red represent attention, red represent energy. So whenever you are making a design, have these things in mind, and this is what the red color you are using is showing out there. Okay, so the second one is blue is a good color. Blue actually represents clarity. It represents trust. It represents technology. It represents loyalty. So have this in mind. Whenever you are doing any design that has to do with technology, blue must be there. It's very, very important. Blue must be there. Like, it is a must, because it represents technology, trust, and majorly most brands use blue because of this trust and loyalty. Yes, but this is what customers really want, because the color you are using will actually identify who you are, what you do. Do you understand? Loyalty and trust is very, very important, because customers want where they will go and they will be respected. Do you understand? Where they will go, they will be loved. Do you understand? Where they will enter and they can trust a particular brand. So it's very important. So the next one is green. Green actually represents peace. It represents growth, kindness, nature, safety. So have this in mind whenever you are making your designs using any green color. You have to understand these things. Okay. So the next one is orange. Orange represents cheerfulness, confidence, cheerfulness, and confidence. Whenever you see orange color, it just represents cheerfulness and confidence. Do you understand? And then yellow represents optimism, warmth, opportunity, joyfulness, also youth. Orange also Yellow also represent youthfulness. Okay, so let's have this in mind. The next one is purple. Purple represent loyalty, luxury, ambition, imagination. Okay, that's what purple represents. Gold represents wealth. It represents prestige. It represents prosperity. It represents influence, and all. So all these things matters. Actually, don't just go out there and pick any color and use and design. No, no. That's why when you are doing design, when you are doing brand identity, you have to there's what we call um brand presentation. After you must have done with your design, you must have a presentation that explains what you did, that explains why you use the color, that explains why you use this icon, why this is this, why this is that. You have to explain. That is what we call brand presentation. You have to present your work, and present it to your stakeholders, and explain to them why you use this particular object or product. Okay, so that is it. So pink is another one. Pink represent care. It represent vitality. It represent excitement. It represent playfulness. All right. So the last one I think is silver color. It represent understand, futuristic, responsible, unemotional. Do you have that in your mind? Unemotional, responsible, futuristic, understand. So silver color is more of professional brand, like more professional brand. They are more professional. They don't attach emotions to things. So when you're in doing business with them, you have to understand that what they are doing is professionalism. Forget about emotion, forget about how you feel, forget about any other thing. Just focus on getting work done. Do you understand? So the last one is neutral color. You have a neutral color, no particular color associations, or just using black. So neutral color is more like white and black. White and black is a neutral color. Almost all brands use white or black, especially white. Okay, so spectrum of colors, we have lively and diverse association. These are all general associations of colors. Colors variations can affect the connotations they possess. All right, they always consider the style of the company you are designing for. Yeah, colors always consider the style of the company you are designing for. If it's fun, light, hearted and informal, bright and saturated colors are suited. Do you understand? If it's a fun brand like children brand, all this fun thing, light, hearted and informal, not formal, don't forget informal, bright and saturated colors are suited. Okay, if it's serious and corporate, that's professional. Serious and corporate, if it's a serious brand or corporate brand, then you don't use light this thing. Okay, you use more matured color to make the brand. Okay, so we are going to be stopping here for now. We are going to be stopping here for now, and in our next video we'll continue with something else. So guys, please, let's pay attention to this. Let's focus on the let's not rush this course. Okay, let's pay good attention to this, so we will have a better understanding and we can do something great. Okay, all right, so see you guys in the next video.